Do you have an underperforming short-term rental? Maybe you've got a property that you think is great and did really well in 2020, 2021, maybe even into 2022. But over the last 2-3 years, you've noticed a steady decline in your revenue. And there's a few reasons for that. You hear me say it all the time. It's the amenities arms race. But the reality is there's more competition. Guests are looking for a higher quality home. Nightly rates are being condensed. And what used to work 5 years ago just doesn't work anymore. And so you've got to step your game up and you've got to pimp out your STR. And so in today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to walk through a project that we did in Scottsdale, Arizona, and show you what it looked like before, what it looks like now, and how we made some significant, not only design and amenity changes, but some functionality changes to the property. This home was a well-performing short-term rental years ago, and it was not well-performing when the owner sold it. The new owners were able to utilize a lot of the stuff that was in the home, and now they have just a killer property that's going to be one of the best properties in this market. They went all out, they did it right. And so let's walk through the before and afters of this project and what we did. We're going to scroll through just up here. You can just see some of the photos of what this property looked like before. Had a great backyard, had a pool, had a mini golf, bocce ball, hot tub, had some nice amenities, had good, decent furniture, had a pool table in one of the rooms. It wasn't a terrible property to start with, but it wasn't amazing. And that's really what it takes in these highly competitive markets, is a really, really well done property. And as you're seeing these photos, you might think, yes, it's a decent home. It's not terrible, not great. It takes great to win in this market. And so what we did was we started with a few things. One, we started with the theme. If you look at the property before, it didn't have a theme. It didn't have a guest avatar. They weren't really targeting a certain demographic. They just furnished it and added some amenities. There's no design, there's no colors, there's no theme. So we had to give it a theme. Well, this property is close to a lot of golf courses. It already has a mini golf area in the backyard, and we thought this would be a great bachelor and golf themed house. And so we went all in on that with the theme. Okay, you're gonna see some great amenities and some great designs that we did. First step for us was to create a theme and then build off of that theme to really attract this guest avatar that we're going for. And then the next thing we did was we did a layout change. You see the photos here, you've got two rooms. You've got the pool table room, and then you've got the living room with the seating area. We weren't a big fan of how they had that laid out, and so we went ahead and we switched those two rooms. We took the pool table room, which is more isolated and is not open to the rest of the house and to the outside space, and we turned that into a great living room, TV room, watching movies, hanging out, relaxing. We also got rid of those big ugly leather couches. I can't say this enough. Stop putting the same brown leather couch in your short-term rental. I've seen 5,000 listings in my career that all have the same brown leather couches. I see them in Broken Bow, I see them in Gatlinburg, I see them in Scottsdale. Every single owner seems to think that the brown leather couch is the way to go. It's not the way to go. It might be easy to maintain, it might be a little bit more durable, but it's ugly. It doesn't photograph well. It doesn't seat that many people. Let's be honest. 2 people sit on a leather couch comfortably. The person in the middle is squeezed and uncomfortable. At the best, you're getting 3 people on these couches. This house accommodates 20. So what did? We had to replace those couches with much larger sectional that's comfortable, more functional, photographs really, really well. So this pool table room turned into this movie room, TV room, great living room, accommodates the guest count, and is comfortable for people to hang out. We then took the living room and turned it into the pool table room. It's open to the outside space. As you can see, it's got that big slider. It's a dual purpose room, in my opinion. People can be hanging out in the pool in the backyard. They can come in and shoot some pool at the pool table. They can easily access the kitchen for more drinks in the fridge. It just made more sense to switch these 2 rooms. So that's what we did. We then dive into the bedrooms, playing on that theme and the design style. And so let's just jump into the master bedroom. You can see the before photos here. It's got decent quality furniture. There's nothing wrong with this furniture. It's functional, it's heavy duty, it looks nice, but there's nothing else in this room. There's no decor, there's no paint, there's nothing. So we came in and we did paint package with an accent wall. That's super important. We did an accent wall up against the wall that the bed sits on so that it pops in photographs. We then added decor that matches our theme. So we did golf decor because this is a golf themed house. We added a rug, a couple new lamps, some artwork, and a splash of color on the bed with throw pillows and a throw blanket. And boom, this room for a few $1,000s is day and night difference. We also did kind of a similar thing in the other bedrooms. I'm not going to go through each bedroom, but if you look at just the very next bedroom, it was plain. There's really nothing there. We did a nice shade of blue. We added a great accent wall. We added some colors, some new lamps, and now this room photographs really, really well with some curtains. And curtains are a must. You gotta have curtains in bedrooms. I can't tell you how many times I see short-term rentals with no curtains in the bedrooms. Get folks some good blackout curtains so that they can sleep after the sun comes up. If they're traveling, if they have little kids, it's just a no-brainer. Get some good curtains, okay? The next room I wanna dive into with you, we're gonna get to the outside space because I think that's a huge change on this house. But the next room was unused square footage, but it was just a crummy, empty garage, and it sucked. The garage is like 600 square feet. So what did we do? We took that garage and we turned it into an amazing poker game room. We fully permitted it, so it's a legal space. We added the mini split so that it's functional all year round in Scottsdale. Because let's be honest, it's very hot in Scottsdale in the summer months. And if you don't have a mini split, no one's gonna wanna use that room. It's just gonna be unfunctionable and unusable. We made sure it's permitted. We finished it, refinished the floors, painted the walls, got rid of the garage door, added arcade games. We added a poker table. We added a basketball machine so you can shoot some hoops. And we really doubled down on the golf theme of the house and this being a guy's hangout space. It's a really cool room. I would any day of the week go on a guy's trip, book this house, play poker, use the pool tables, use the arcade games. We have a built-in bar in this room now in the garage. So look at the outside space. It wasn't a bad outside space. It had a pool, it had mini golf, putt-putt, it had a bocce ball, had a hot tub. Let's be honest though, the photos don't look great. It was a little dingy and run down. The hot tub was old and tucked into a corner and you couldn't really see it in the photos. The pool was underfurnished and it just lacked that extra oomph, that little bit of spice and flair that gets people excited when they're looking through the photos. And so we spent a lot of time in this backyard. Let's go through the list of things that we added or changed. Let's start with the hot tub. This is the photo of the hot tub before. Run down, grungy, old, tucked into a corner. We moved it across the yard to a more open space that is photographs better. It makes you realize that it's a feature. It's at the house. You can see it. It's not hidden in the corner. We got him a new hot tub because the other one was run down and old and really emphasized that hot tub as a great feature. We then upgraded the mini golf putt-putt and we did some pretty basic stuff. We did some cleaning up of the turf and some repairing of some of the seams, but we just took better photos, dusk time photos, and then we added some light up glow balls. We put lights in the bottom of the holes. We just staged it better so that you can realize that it's there and that it's a great amenity to have. The photography is better and the functionality of it's better. We then added some new amenities. So I talked about us having golf themed house. We've got the golf theme on the inside. We've got the mini golf putt-putt on the outside. Well, the next thing we did was an outdoor driving cage. You see it here. And the great thing about this is you can practice with your putter on the putting green and you can go out and swing your irons, your driver, your woods, your wedges, everything. You can warm up, you can practice, and this is a golf themed house. Guys are gonna be playing golf all day. They wanna warm up in the morning, they wanna play at night. So we added that into the backyard. It's a great amenity. I don't know of any other property in Scottsdale that has that other than this one. So it's really a standout amenity. The design theme and the amenities should match and complement each other. A lot of times people just hodgepodge, throw amenities into a backyard and don't style them to the theme and they don't set them up for what people are coming for the house for. And so I think this will be a really highly used amenity. We then did some really big things. So you can see here, we added a great fire pit into the corner of the property. It was an unused corner, right? There was just empty, dead space. Now they've got an awesome fire pit with string lights, photographs really well, and it's a great hangout space in the back corner of that yard. We upgraded the furniture. If you see in the before photos, is just kind of bland and plain, and even the table is just terrible. It looks like you went to Goodwill and this was what they had sitting there and it was a used piece of furniture and you spent $100 on this table for a house that people are gonna spend $500 to $1,000 a night on. And so we really needed to upgrade that outside furniture. It looked terrible before. It looks great now with a pop of color, comfortable cushions to sit on while you're at the pool lounger. And then the same thing by adding outdoor dining table. You can eat outside in Scottsdale. That's a great feature to have for people because you've got great weather most of the year. Kids are hanging out at the pool. Why not sit outside and enjoy your dinner? The last thing, the kicker, the thing that we're most famous for, we added the pickleball court. We had a bunch of unused space in the backside of the property and we added a killer pickleball court. It's got a basketball hoop, soft breakaway rim. You can see in this photo right here with the basketball basketballs on the rack, bright colors, the pop of color off the pickleball basketball court, photographs really well. It's a great fun amenity for all different demographics of people to enjoy. Older people can play pickleball court, younger kids can play on the basketball hoop. Whatever you want to use with this space, it's a great use of the space. And before it was just empty, just a sand pit. The backyard, we went all out on, guys. We changed up the hot tub, moved it across the yard, made it more photographed, got a new hot tub. We upgraded the pool and the outdoor seating with new furniture. We cleaned up the mini golf putt-putt. We added a driving net so that you have another outdoor amenity that's golf themed. We took advantage of an empty corner and made it a fire pit. And then we added the pickleball basketball court to round it all off and really just knocked it out of the park with this backyard. We also filled some dead space. We added cornhole, which is an inexpensive amenity. We added an outdoor ping pong table, which is really cool, heavy duty. And then I don't even know what this game is called, but it's like a huge version of beer pong. There you go. I don't even know what it's called, but we added it. It took up that empty space. It's an amenity no one else has. I kind of want to go play that game. It looks super fun. We added the fun to the backyard. We added the amenities. We upgraded what was there that needed upgrading. And now this house, in my opinion, is one of the best short-term rentals in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're going to track the revenue. We're going to have some numbers for you guys near the end of this next summer busy season to compare what 2024 did pre being pimped out by STR Cribs and what it did in 2025 in the same time span. I think that revenue is going to almost double year over year. And these people have a cornerstone piece in their portfolio that is an awesome property. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some inspiration out of this. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, family. Let me know if there's anything I didn't talk about that you're interested in. Until the next video, thanks for tuning in, guys.